Virtual Sunday School! Today is a pretty special Sunday. It's Virtual Sunday School's birthday! Woo! It has been one whole year since we started Virtual Sunday School. I know, right? A whole year! And we're still going. LOL! And what a year it has been. So today we're going to look back at some of our favourite memories from the past year of VSS. But we're also going to look at one of Jesus' parables about what to do with lamps. So grab your drink and a biscuit and let's do this.
When you're stuck at home with time to spare, can't go outside, you're not going anywhere. Why don't you pull up a chair or pull up a stool, tune into Virtual Sunday School. With a craft to do and a story or two. Say hello to Nat, she's stuck at home too. Why not tune in to Virtual Sunday School?
Right, now before we get on to celebrating VSS's 1-year birthday, we're going to have a look at a parable of Jesus. In one of his parables, Jesus talks about the proper usage of lamps. And he mentions it a few times. It pops up in Matthew and in Mark and twice in Luke. Apparently people just didn't know how to use lamps back then. So, here we go. Inspired by Jesus, some basic instructions on how to use a lamp. Lamps are good for creating shining bright light. So first things first, you just turn it on. Or if it's, you light it, or you just make it do its thing. Once lit, do not put your lamp underneath a basket or a vessel or a similar container. Or anything similar, really, as it's hiding the lamp. Duh. And once lit, do not put your lamp under a bed. Again, it's pretty pointless under there. Duh. Once lit, put the lamp somewhere nice and obvious, like on a stand, so it lights up the whole room. Like it's supposed to do. Duh. It's pretty obvious, really. Why would you put a light under something? That's stupid. You might as well not have a light. As it turns out, I don't think that people in Jesus' time didn't know how to use lamps. It is pretty obvious, but I think that's the point. It would be silly to hide a lamp. The whole point of a lamp is it needs to be out in the open. Well, Jesus says that similarly, as Christians, we have a light in us, and it would be silly to hide that. The light is the good news of Jesus and the difference that God makes in our lives. And the way we live is like a light in the darkness. And it would be silly to keep that hidden away. I mean, that would be as silly as putting a lamp under a bed. Doesn't go under a bed. Duh.
Now, to help us illustrate the point further, and also because we want to have some fun, we're going to play a game of hide and seek. So I'll be on, and when I find someone, they're going to join me and help find everyone else. The VSS presenters aren't any good to anyone when they're in hiding, so let's make sure they come out into the light.
Where are we going to hide? Where are we going to hide? No. Stupid idea. There's more branches than I thought.
Here I come now.
Am I the first?
Yes.
Unbelievable. I thought I had the best place. All
You
right,
rustled. You rustled. Okay, I'm going up.
I'll go down.
Okay.
We're off, friends. Let's find some people. Where are you?
Oh, this is a bad way up.
Space bar. I see a foot. There she is. Hello, Rachel.
I
Jordan! Wow, here! There he is!
So VSS has been going for a whole year, which means I'm pretty late to the party. If I was to look back over the past year, I've not got loads to choose from, but my dancing was pretty epic. But why don't we check in with some of the other VSS presenters and see what their favourite bits have been.
One of my favourite memories was Festive Feast Relay. It was a great game. We got to throw a whole Christmas dinner across a chasm to each other. Great fun.
My favourite video is the one with all the outtakes where I did everything wrong. This week we've no matter how we're feeling.
What was that?
It comes to disciples, I thought that was
I have enjoyed creating the worship songs bigger.
When the sun goes down and it's cold outside, it's late and the lights are all dim.
An hour to be a disciple.
I wanna be one, yeah.
But I think they're my faves.
My favourite bit was getting to pie Jordan in the face during the game.
One of my highlights of VSS is when we went to the zoo. Even though a monkey did throw its poo at me. Cracking. And of course, Holiday Club.
Holiday Club.
Holiday Club.
Holiday Club.
Holiday Club.
Virtual Holiday Club.
And I almost didn't get gunged.
Craft time! Jesus tells us not to hide our light under anything. So to help us remember that, today for our craft, we're going to draw a light with something to hide it under. But remember that the point is not to hide it under something. We're not making a craft just doing what Jesus told us not to do. That's not the point. So you will need some pens, paper, scissors, and some tape. First off, fold a piece of paper in half and then cut it so that you have two pieces. On one half of the paper, you guys are going to draw a light. Now that can be any type of light you want. Maybe it's a lamp or a torch or a disco ball. Get creative. I'm going to draw a candle. Now cut the other half of the paper big enough to cover up your light. Then put a little fold at the top to make a flap. On this piece of paper, you are going to draw your cover. In the Bible, one of the things that Jesus said not to put your light under is a bushel. That's like an old-fashioned basket, so I'm going to draw that. But you can have a think about what you want to draw to cover up your light. Maybe it's a box or a bucket or even a bed. Finally, tape down the flap and then you have an interactive drawing reminding you not to cover up your light.
For today's prayers, let's pray to God that He would encourage us and help us to keep shining His light, to be bold and courageous when it comes to sharing our faith. And you can join in. When I say help us not to hide away, you can do this with your hands. And then when I say shine like lights in the darkness, you can do this. Dear God, I pray that you would help us to be courageous and bold for you. Help us not to hide away, but for us to shine like lights in the darkness for you. Amen.
And so, a final thought. It has been a crazy year with Virtual Sunday School, but we are so thankful to God that He helps us to keep going, doing our best to shine our light to others through YouTube. As Christians, we all have that light of Jesus in us, and we can shine out to others through what we say and do. So let's have the strength and courage to keep shining our lights for Jesus, however it's possible, and not hide them away. Last week was Mother's Day and we made Mother's Day cards. Let's have a look.
So this Mother's Day was Nat's first Mother's Day as a mum herself. So what do you reckon, Ariette? Do you want to give us a hand looking through these photos? Yeah, okay, here we go. And it is wonderful to see photos of virtual Sunday school mums. Oh, there's a card for Nat, thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day, Mummy, I'm liking it. And of course in the States, you're going with St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, okay, amazing, nice cards, brilliant. Lovely to see a VSS mums.
This week we are making our bushel crafts. So why don't you ask your grown-up to take a photo and head over to our Virtual Sunday School UK Facebook page or Instagram account to send it in. Also, seeing as it's been a year, why not get in touch and tell us how long you've been a Virtual Sunday Schooler? Have you been with us since the start? And lastly, if you've been with us a while and want to support the work of Virtual Sunday School, then there is a donations link in the description below. And double lastly, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. See you next week!
Why not tune in to Virtual Sunday School?